Hey guys, welcome to Big Go Travelers. Hello. Yeah, few years back, I think 3 years back, we bought a used car and that was in New York, and we made a video how to buy used car in the United States. Congratulations to us. Finally, we bought a new car yesterday, and here we are to share the version 2 of how to buy a car in the United States, and this time it is how to buy a new car in the United States. So we are here to share our experience selecting the car, how to buy it, how to negotiate, and how to get a good deal. And we will be sharing all the tips and tricks. Not tricks, maybe tips only, and our experience.
There are some tricks. So stay tuned till the end.
So the first question is how to select a car.
Right. So it depends on your interest. Like for me particularly, I was interested in a few vehicles, but that also depends on market price and interest rate. So consider all of that. Do your online research first and select a few vehicles. So for us, we selected primarily Japanese vehicles. So we had 4 lists. We had Toyota, Honda, we had Subaru, and we also considered Tesla, which is not Japanese car. So these 4 vehicles.
So the thing is, if you already know that we want to buy, let's say, Porsche or Tesla, then you can directly go and buy it. But the thing is, if you have a specific budget range, then and you are particularly interested in few things, let's say reliability. Japanese cars are very reliable. So then you have to shop around a little bit. As Bisho just mentioned, we were interested in a couple of cars. So it is best that you test drive them all, because initially we were very interested in buying Mazda, like a specific version or trim of Mazda, but then we realized when we drove Honda CR-V and then we drove Toyota RAV4, we drove Tesla, like we took a test drive for Tesla as well, and every time we realized like which features we like, which features we don't like, or which features we want in a particular car for us, for our like current financial condition, for our current situation, let's say. So based on your current situation, financial condition, budget, once you test drive them all, you will actually understand what you like about that particular car, and then you can make up your mind. Initially I was like, okay, we drove Mazda and I like everything about Mazda, and there are a few things I don't like, but I don't mind. But then when we were driving different cars, every time we were changing our decision. So it is very important that you test drive them all.
Right. So you cannot test drive a lot of car because it's also investment of time. But we suggest that 2 to 4 is
different
good.
variations.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for example, just to give you a very small example, like for us, I don't know what it is called.
The handrest,
like especially the right elbow rest when you are driving for SUVs, it is very important for long drive. Otherwise, you're like,
right.
Especially for me, the right hand starts paining. For some of the cars, the handrest is not like
it's not all the way to the
front or near the steering wheel, so you cannot essentially reach there. So this is very important. Initially we didn't pay attention to that, but when one car has it, and then you will realize, okay, I want this. So this kind of small features are very important. And also, not only the companies, the trim, like the base trim, then there are like 5 trims, let's say, for a particular car, then you have to pay attention to them as well, because you may like, it's a leather seat cover or some other things, sports mode. So these are very important that you pay attention before you go to drive a particular trim.
Right. And it's good to do some online research, but in the end, doing more research may actually confuse you as well, because everything will have pros and cons, and it's not very clear just by reading that which pros or cons actually matters to you. So driving 3-4 cars will actually help you to find your own pros and cons, and according to that you can just select a car.
Yeah, and when you are going to test drive them, make sure you take an appointment beforehand so that you don't have to wait there. And secondly, once you finish the test driving the car, get some quotes so that you understand what discounts they're giving right now, what are the percentages if you do financing, those kind of things, so that you have something to compare against each car trim or car companies.
That's true. So after you have done all the test driving, 3-4 test driving, and you know more or less which car to buy, now before proceeding forward, you have to do one step, and it really depends on your geographical area, which is insurance. For example, for me, I used to live in New York, so car insurance was very expensive there. So if I had a new car in New York, it would have been much more expensive to cover it. And right now I'm in Hillsboro,
which is in Oregon State.
Which is Oregon State. The insurance is not that expensive. So what I'm trying to get to is, before even you buy the car, contact different insurance companies and get a quote for that particular vehicle and see if you can cover it. Another little details here which we didn't know before. If you are financing a new vehicle, which most people do, you have to get full coverage insurance. And full coverage insurance can be more expensive. They are more expensive. So for used cars, you can often go with state minimum only liability insurances, and they are much more affordable than full coverage insurances, but that's not really an option for new car if you are financing. So make sure your insurance is affordable in an area, and when you get a green tick there, then only proceed to the next step.
So now the question is how to get a good deal. Interesting part is, which I didn't know, that you can bargain in car as well. I used to think that they'll be like, okay, the car price is 50,000 and you have to pay 50,000, but that's not the case. So how to get a good deal? Bishu has a very good answer.
Yeah, I did extensive study on this, and I made my own notes. And interestingly, so what happens is car manufacturers manufacture vehicles and they send it to different dealers, and the different dealers have different quantities of this car, and they want to get this vehicle sold as soon as possible. So the longer they keep a particular vehicle, they kind of lose money on it. So there is a penalty associated with it. So what you can do is you can go to an online website like Car Gurus, where you can buy new vehicles and used vehicles. But here we are talking about new vehicles. So you select new vehicles and you put in the model you are interested in, put in the year, and put in your zip code where you are interested in, and select a radius. Let's say you are willing to buy within an area of 100-mile radius or 50-mile radius, and then you list the vehicle according to their price, or you can also list the vehicle according to how long they are present in the market. So for example, some vehicles you will notice are there for more than 2 months, 3 months, and I would say 2 months is already on the longer side. If you find vehicles that are there with the dealer for 3, 4, even 6 months, then I can tell you that the dealers are very eager to make discount on it, because they are eating out of their own profit by keeping that vehicle with them.
So now we have understood how to get the cheapest car in the car you are interested in that only, how to get the cheapest car. It is possible, all those options or all those things Bishu was mentioning, that you don't get the particular color you are interested in, but you have to understand here that if you want that very specific tomato red color, or you are low on your budget. So it completely depends on you. Sometimes I'll say, or I'll suggest, just go and check it out, and there is no harm, and then probably you'll like it. So now the second thing is, do we have that $50,000 or the money that the car costs? So if we don't, then how do we finance it?
Right. So every dealership have their own financing options, but it might be in your favor also if you just call up your local bank or credit union and say that this is car I'm interested in. How much APR they're giving you? APR is basically your interest. Let's say a 6% or 5% or 7%, so that you have a number in your mind before you walk into the dealership, and then you can compare that how much they are financing for, and based on that you can make a decision. The another thing is what you can do to save money is, if you are in US, we all know about Costco. So Costco turns out also has for their customers, they help with buying cars. So what you can do is, after you have selected your vehicle, you go to Costco and tell them this is the car we are interested in. So Costco has partnership with a different dealership, and they have already pre-negotiated the price of that vehicle. So now after you tell Costco, so Costco will send your car details to their dealership, and then after a few days the dealership will reach out to you that okay, and then you can visit them, and then you will get a special Costco discounted rate.
Oh, nice.
So if you are not so good in negotiating, maybe this could be a good deal. Another interesting thing is there is no commitment here that you do necessarily have to buy it. You can also be even clever after you get a Costco negotiated deal. If you are more interested, you can also use that deal to shop more. You can go to even, in fact, another dealership and say, I already have this deal. And in US, they often try to price match. So the other dealership will likely to price match, and in fact may give you even better offer.
So basically we have to shop around, and the options are your bank, the car dealership, and if you have a Costco membership, then Costco, and then tell everybody, okay, I got the cheapest deal, price match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bank and credit unions are for financing, and Costco for getting that discounted price.
Now the next part is how to negotiate.
Right, and turns out not all time are same here as far as the negotiation is concerned. For example, they often have target. So if you go towards the end of a month or end of a quarter, they will likely to make more discount. And again, that was true for us. We made this purchase on 31st of January, and they had this one car and they had to sell it. So they made an aggressive offer to us. We all know that girls are usually better at negotiation than guys. So the next question is, what is your perfect mindset before you go into the negotiation?
So I don't think the girls are always better at negotiation, but I think it is important that you go with the person. If you are a good negotiator, it's fine, or read something about negotiation, because they are proper, like very educated salesman, and you are negotiating with them. So you should be in a calm mindset. Already they have talked much about the car details, the paper details, and stuff like that. So already you are, I think, overwhelmed by the information. When you are negotiating, make sure you are in a calm mindset. If it is important, go to restroom, drink some water, drink some coffee, and come to a point with some analysis about the numbers. So when you reach to buy the car, they will give you a number. Let's say it will include multiple things like taxes, some discounts, some fees. There are some hidden things. So if you feel there are few things you don't understand, ask them to explain. If you still don't understand, ask them to like break it down, give you the exact price they are asking for. There are some hidden charges as well, so make sure you understand each component of this, the entire numbers they have given. Now, where you can negotiate, that is a very important factor. There are some hidden fees, there are some documentation fees. These things you can definitely negotiate. If there are some features they are forcefully asking to take, that means it is already there in the car and they're charging extra. So you can say that no, I don't want it. Exactly, I don't need it. You take it out, and they can't take it out, so they have to give you those features, maybe with lesser cost or no cost. So these are the important factors or important places to negotiate. Also, the discount part, definitely you can increase that.
Yeah, that's the most important part actually, because you have MSRP, and on MSRP, dealership can give their discount, and this discount depends on again your situation and their situation. If you are in an advantageous position, as we discussed before, you are not in hurry, you have good credit, and if they are in a position that they have to sell this car quickly, then they are likely to make negotiation. So that's your biggest friend, and you can get up to, I would say, somewhere between 500 to even 3000 USD.
Yeah, it is important not to be in hurry. If you are in hurry, then probably you don't have much room to negotiate. But if you are not in hurry, you are always in the advantageous position. Understand that. And secondly, once you understood all the component of, or all the breakdown of that entire number, make up your mind with some counter offer. Let's say like $5,000 less, which is very low. I'm not suggesting $5,000 less, but I'm just giving you some numbers. Don't go like $20,000 less, right? Nobody will like go away, walk out of my dealership. But I'm just saying, like, go with a fixed number so that there is no confusion between you. Like, just don't giggle around. Okay, if it is lesser, it'll be good. No, go with a fixed number in your mind, and you have to say it out loud clearly that if it is this number, this price, then I will buy it today. This is very important in our experience. If you say I will buy it today, they try to give you better offer.
Exactly. Then you have a huge negotiation power, because you have to understand, in dealership regularly a lot of people come and they just do test driving and they go away. So they get very interested if they know that you are the customer who not only just here to test drive today, but also you want to buy. So if you are in a mood to buy, just tell them if you can match this number, and don't be afraid to quote a number $3,000 or even $4,000 less than what they are quoting, and just tell them, I'm going to buy it today if you match this. And you might be surprised, they might do it actually.
Yeah, and with this 3,000, 4,000 numbers, we are just suggesting, not out of like just a number. This will again come from those fees. So when you, let's say you say, okay, this documentation fee doesn't make sense, this feature doesn't make sense, and now let's say it comes out to be $2,000, then you can go to and say that $3,000, let's say, and then they will try to negotiate on top of it. That it is better not to negotiate on adding extra gadget. I remember still in India we used to ask for, can I get a phone holder, or can I get this, like small things. It doesn't work much in US, in my understanding or in our experience. So it is better not to negotiate on those things. If they are giving anything, any gifts for free, that's nice, but it's not the big thing to negotiate. Negotiate on the price itself. You can buy all those things later
aftermarket, and those are cheaper things.
Yeah.
If you include those, then you are actually losing your negotiation power.
Yeah.
Because if you ask them for those small gifts, they may cost you aftermarket $50, $25, $60, but they will show that if you do it from there, they will say like you are getting $500 discount. So that doesn't work.
So now you are done with the negotiation. You and the salesman agreed to a particular price. Usually the salesman who was interacting with you, her or his manager will come. They will negotiate with you together, and you will sign a paper, and they will also sign to just get that particular number. And make sure you take a picture of that number or that paper, because they will take it away. Now, what are the next steps after you have done the negotiation? There are like a lot of paperwork, there are a lot of financing to do. So what are the next steps to once we do this?
So once you are done with the salesperson, salesperson will send you to their finance guy, and the finance guy will do all the paperwork, will help you to get the finance, and also they will try to sell you more stuff. For example, external warranty. For example, in our case, they were trying to sell us an additional 7 years extended warranty on electronics, and additional 3 years warranty on moving parts, etc. There are a lot of them, and you have to basically see if they are worth it. For us, it didn't worth it, so we did not take any of the warranties. But what we did find out, an interesting thing, for example, I'll give you an example here. So they were trying to sell us this 7 years of extended warranty on electronics, and they said, it cost $4,000. We said,
They're not interested.
We're not interested. And then the salesperson was very well spoken. So so he came up with all the statistics, how likely this for this vehicle to have that problem, and suggested that we should buy it. And then we said no, we are not interested. So he reduced the 4,000 USD to 3,000. And again, we said we are not interested, and eventually they reduced to 2,000 USD. So
honestly, we were not interested. We were not seeking for any discounts or anything.
Exactly.
And then I was surprised. What, from 4,000 to 2,000 with
so
5
50%
minutes?
discount.
Exactly.
So that is the takeaway message from here. If you were not very successful in getting a discount on MSRP, be sure that these additional external warranties and everything, they are very much negotiable, and if it's worth to you, you can negotiate on them. Another interesting thing here, what we learned from our experience, is that we have already negotiated a price with salesman, but when you are talking with the finance guy, the salesman is not there anymore, and the salesman has transferred that number to the finance guy. However, they may not be completely honest here, and now there will be a lot of document, and it's often hard to understand their calculation, and they may not quote the exact price that you negotiated on it, and they often don't do actually. So in our case, they put an additional $100, and they did not explain us, and we were done with the paperwork, and only while leaving we thought, let's just take a quick look at the paperwork, because there were a lot of documents. There were like almost 15 pages of document, and then we noticed, fortunately, there was $100, and then we came back and told them, why is this $100? And then the guy just shrugged and said, the sales guy did some mistake, he didn't know. And then we said, no, that was what we negotiated on. And then only he said, okay, fine, we'll adjust the another $100.
So the takeaway is, make sure the number you negotiated with the salesman, the same number is there. You don't have to go through the entire 15, 30 or 100 pages, but that number is very important because you are going, or your bank is going to pay that particular number. What are the discounts? There are like many numbers. You don't care about them. You care about just the final number that should be printed clearly, not 1 cent extra.
Right.
Now, so far we have talked about how to get a car, how to buy a car. At this point, you can buy any car or any new car, I guess. And we also used only fuel car or gas car so far. But this time we were interested in buying an electric vehicle. That's why we test drive Tesla and some other electric vehicles as well. We have some new information and experience on buying electric vehicle or plug-in electric vehicle as well. So Bishu is going to share that information. Before that, what are the differences between electric vehicles and plug-in electric vehicles?
Yeah.
EVs are completely
Right.
electric.
For
There is
example,
no-
Tesla, there is no gas option, right? It's fully electric. There's battery, and you charge the battery, it's fully electric. And there are hybrids, which has battery, but you cannot externally charge with your with an external cable at your home. The car only takes gas, so it's hybrid. But then we have some models. For example, our car is PHEV, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So we can also charge the car with an external electricity source. We can also put gas in it. So that is what we were interested in.
And there are some discounts and offer from the state itself or United States in different parts of the country on the electric vehicles and the plug-in electric vehicles. So what are the offers right now?
Right. So now in US for last few years, there's this well-known federal discount on electric vehicles. So the federal government gives 7,500 tax rebate if you buy full electric vehicles. Now, for plug-in electric vehicles,
So $7,500 on the MSRP?
on the MSRP,
Oh,
yes,
that's a lot.
and yeah, that's a lot. And on top of that, you can get additional discount.
One important information, if I remember correctly, you get $7,500 on your car, like this discount from the federal government, if you are within a particular pay scale. So your
That's true.
tax documents are important for a particular year. Like I think last 2 years, what was your family's gross income? That is important. It has to be lesser than, I think, if you are a single person, then it has to be lesser than 150K. If you are filing your tax as a family, like husband and wife, then it has to be lesser than 300K, and then only you get, or you are eligible for that particular offer from the federal government for the electric vehicles.
Right. And here also, and you pointed this out about the timing. So for example, we bought this car in 2025. So we can use our 2024 income or 2023 income.
So last 2 years.
Last 2 years, because and 2025, since the year has just started, we can use our 2023 income, and that's actually important for many people, because many people get jobs, especially for students, and they may be eligible based on their 2023 income and not 2024 income. So that gives you a little bit of wiggling room. Now, for other than this federal discount, different states also have different discounts for green energy. For example, Oregon State has a discount. Right now it's not on actually, so we did not get that discount. And the state discount, so check with your state if there is a particular time when this discount is on, and you can make that purchase there, so you can get additional $5,000 off.
Is this discount available for all electric vehicles and the plug-in electric vehicles as well?
That actually depends on if the vehicle was primarily manufactured in US. and there's a list of vehicles on website. If you can go online and find out if the vehicle you are interested is in that list. For example, we were interested in Toyota RAV4 2025 plug-in electric vehicles.
Very long name.
And turns out this vehicle is not primarily manufactured in US, so it does not qualify for direct tax benefit. However, there is a loophole which many customers take advantage of, which also we did, which is the dealerships are nevertheless eligible for this discount, corporate discount. So if and the criteria is, if they lease the vehicle rather than sell it, then they get $7,500 off from the federal government. And after 1 month or couple of months, if the customer buys out that lease, then that additional tax benefit that the Toyota got from federal government transfers to the customer. Now, in case of Toyota, they transfer only $6,500 tax benefit. That means you get $6,500 off your purchase price.
Interesting.
So, and that's a common strategy here. So for us, we directly did not purchase the car from day one. We leased the car, and the plan is we will drive for some time, and after that we will buy out the lease. So here you have to talk to the dealership that there is no penalty of not completing the lease and for buying it out prematurely. That you have to be careful and ask them beforehand that this is my plan and they're not going to add any extra fees. Then you will save some money right there.
So once you decide after a couple of months lease payment that you want to buy that car, you cannot finance this car anymore through the dealership, but this time you can finance it through dealership, I guess, but the rates are usually very higher those times. So it is better to go to your credit union to get the interest rate, and if you want to finance the car, and then you can basically buy the car or finance the car through credit union, and then only you get that $6,500 discount. This number may vary company to company based
Right.
on which plug-in hybrid vehicle it is. So it is important also it is important to check if there is any extra fees when you are from this leasing to buying out, when you are deciding to do it, if there is any extra fees or not, and also if you are buying it out early. So usually there is a lease period of 12 months, 36 months, something like that. But let's say if you buy it out after 3 months only, is there any extra fees? Make sure you ask this question to your salesman or the finance guy, so that you are not surprised by any future hidden fees. Hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any question buying car in 2025, I think this is a very general video. This will always be useful or relevant for buying a car. Maybe the discounts will be different, the interest rates will be different, but I hope this video was helpful. If you have any question, please ask us in the comments. We will try to answer if we know the answers, or connect you guys with some people. And please, if you like the video, please hit the like button, share with your friends or family who are interested to buy a car in the United States, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.